He grabbed her by the arm, in a courtroom, y'all, and twisted it like she was some kind of street criminal. Thing is, she didn't flinch, didn't scream, just looked him dead in the eye. And that's when everything flipped. But let me back up a sec. That morning in Millstone County Courthouse started off just like any other slow Tuesday. You had your regulars, a couple of folks fighting parking tickets, an old man arguing with the city over a tree blocking his mailbox, small town stuff. And in walks this woman. No uniform, no entourage. Just a calm presence, tailored blazer, natural curls, and this quiet strength about her like she knew who she was, didn't need to prove it. But of course, that's not how Sergeant Travis Bowen saw it. Bowen, yeah, that guy, struts in with his usual smug walk, the kind of officer who polishes his badge more than he polishes his soul, if you know what I mean. He clocked her the moment she sat down. You could feel his discomfort. Maybe it was the confidence in her posture, maybe it was the color of her skin, or maybe he just didn't like a black woman taking up space where he didn't expect her. So he walks over, no questions, no introductions, and starts in. "Court's for official business only, ma'am. You here with someone?" She smiled, just barely. "I'm here for the 10 o'clock hearing." "You part of the case?" "No, I'm observing." He didn't like that answer. Next thing you know, he's asking for ID. She politely says it's not required. That's when his tone sharpens, his chest puffs up, and before anyone could stop him, he's got her wrist, yanking her up like she just threatened national security. You could hear the gasp ripple through the room. Then came the voice. Judge Ellen Harper, who doesn't usually raise her voice, shouted across the courtroom, "Sergeant Bowen, unhand that woman immediately." He froze. And that's when the judge dropped the bomb. "That's Chief Cassandra Lane, your new supervisor, as of this morning." You could hear a pen drop. Bowen turned ghost white. Chief Lane stepped back, straightened her sleeve like nothing had happened, then looked at him, not with anger, but with this piercing calm. "I think we just found our first training opportunity, Sergeant." Phew. The whole room sat in stunned silence. But it didn't stop there. Turns out someone had been recording. A kid sitting in the gallery caught the entire thing on his phone. By lunchtime, that video had 3 million views, and folks were not quiet about it. News vans swarmed the station. The mayor issued a statement. Bowen? Suspended indefinitely pending investigation. Internal Affairs got involved faster than a hot knife through butter. And Chief Lane? She didn't go on some angry press tour. No, she waited until the end of the week, then stood on the courthouse steps and gave a calm, firm statement. Not about revenge, but about responsibility. She spoke about rebuilding trust, about calling out racism even when it wears a badge, and about how real change doesn't come from shouting. It comes from showing up and standing firm. Some folks said Bowen should be fired on the spot. Others somehow still defended him, said it was a misunderstanding. But the truth? The truth was in that video, in every second of arrogance, every ounce of entitlement, every flicker of shock when he realized the power didn't lie in the badge, it lay in the woman he tried to humiliate. And just like that, everything he thought he controlled slipped right out of his hands. Now here's the question I leave you with. How many more leaders have to endure public disrespect before we start holding power to account, not just when it backfires, but before it happens? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Was justice served? What would you have done in her place? And most importantly, why do some people still think respect is optional when it comes to black women in power? Let's talk.